Okay, it's at 10 o'clock, so let us officially call this meeting of the Tyler County Commissioners Court to order. Let the record reflect this meeting has been duly called in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, and it has been publicized. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that being said, it is the practice of this court to exercise an invocation followed by the President's Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and that's rotated among the commissioners. If there's anybody that is uncomfortable with that practice and would like to step outside or mute your line, feel welcome to do so at this time. We want to go ahead and acknowledge our guests that are present with us. Thank you for your presence with us. We certainly welcome you at any time, and we do have a public comment section, which we will get to in just a moment. But certainly feel welcome to leave at any point in time during the course of the meeting if you so feel a need to. Otherwise, but if you stay, you'll get the benefit of all of the interaction that we enjoy here, and it might be great communication for you among friends during the course of the week. That was a tongue-in-cheek comment. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and identify Commissioner Blacksher as leading the invocation, and then Commissioner will identify which flag to give the pledge to. Commissioner.
Heavenly Father, I just come before you today with a thankful heart for another day of life and your tender mercies to us, Lord. I pray that you would just guide our minds and our thoughts to this county government and help us to make decisions that are pleasing in your sight and also in the best interest of our taxpayers, Lord. And we just thank you for loving us. We pray for all those that are returning to school, all the educators, and pray that you might bless them and protect them and give them a good year. We thank you for your love and your kindness. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
American flag. Salute and pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you all. Please be seated. Yeah. I like we were back in school. We do have a couple of seats. So those of you who wish to come in, Sheriff, you are carrying a gun, aren't you? Please join us, won't you? Okay. All right. We now go to the public comments portion of our agenda, and we do have one who has signed up and has also graciously given each of us on the bench an opportunity to have a copy of those. As you know, public comments are where the Commissioners Court members receive comments from the public regarding topics of an interest or that pertain to the functions of county government. And with that being said, there's a 5-minute time limit. Madam Auditor Clerk will be responsible for the keeping of the clock during this period of time. So we want to go ahead and identify Mayor Kathy Bennett. Mayor, feel welcome to provide you. You're certainly welcome.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. I am here this morning representing the city of Ivanhoe, which is the second largest population concentration in Tyler County. What some of you may not know is that Ivanhoe is extremely underfunded. We have 46 miles of roads and 5 dams to support with an infrastructure budget of approximately $360,000. Experts have told me that in order to adequately support this amount of infrastructure, we should have a budget of $1.5 to $2 million for infrastructure alone. Our total budget is only $671,000 compared to Woodville, whose budget is close to $6 million. Tyler County is scheduled to receive $9,388,000 of flood money, $3,285,000 of which needs to be in LMI areas. That's low to moderate income. This amount also needs to be spent in 75979 zip code. In addition, $2,672,000 of state mid money has been allotted, with $935,000 for LMI, low to moderate income. The state mid money can be spent anywhere in the county. This is one of the rare times that a county can spend money within cities, and what I am here to request is that a portion of the money Tyler County is receiving be spent in our community. Idaho is 57% low to mod overall, which makes coming up with a project much easier. Idaho was built in the 1960s as a resort community, and we were forced to incorporate to survive. We do not have a state or county road within our city limits, and so all maintenance is totally on us. Because of the fact that we do not have a highway running through our community or a crossroad, it has been close to impossible to attract businesses. We have a liquor store, a takeout food vendor, and a Dollar General. While we are certainly grateful for the businesses we do have, the amount brought in from sales taxes is little to offset expenses, and therefore our ad valorem taxes are extremely high. Idaho has been awarded several grants over the past year, and we are so very grateful for that. But with the cost of construction today and the condition of our infrastructure that is over 50 years old, it certainly does not come close to solving our economic dilemma. Idaho's certified value for fiscal year 2022 was $84,644,000, and the total tax rate in Tyler County was 0.9329. Which means that Idaho is paying $789,653 in ad valorem taxes into the county, and we see pretty much nothing in return. As I mentioned earlier, we would greatly appreciate your considering designating a portion of the county allocation to our community. Improvements to our community would result in higher value, which in turn generates more income to the county. This is a unique opportunity for the county to support our community. I thank you for the opportunity to address.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, and I think that's going to conclude our public comments portion of our agenda. And that will take us to Roman numeral 2, which is tabled items from previous meetings. Item A, Commissioner Blatcher.
Appoint election judges, excuse me, and alternate judges for the general elections and special elections for a 2-year term. Put that in form of motion.
Okay.
Second.
There is a motion with second to bring from the table item A, and all in favor of taking it from the
Ms.
table?
Johnny's, could you speak?
Well, I was just gonna say that I had emailed them to you on Friday, if y'all got those.
We're just bringing from the
Bring it out.
Yeah. All in favor of bringing the item from the table, say aye. Aye. Okay, so you've already put in form of a motion, and can we get a second then on the motion for action?
Second.
Okay, thank you. So now, for the appointment of the election and alternate judges, we've gotten copies of those, so they've been put before us. And you wish for them to be acted upon as presented, is that correct? Okay, and that is required for us to do here this month, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And I don't think there's any opposed. Motion carries. Item B, Commissioner Marshall.
Yes, Leanne,
I think we need to hold
Stay
off on
awake?
that until
Okay.
1 o'clock.
okay,
I
we'll
think
keep
we're
it
going
tight.
to recess until the representative from TAC is going to come and visit with us
Okay,
about the dental policy and then compare and request of Commissioner Blatcher. And then at that time, then we can proceed.
Very good. Okay, so it takes us to item C, Commissioner Sturt.
Purchase cell phone in addition to the cell phone allowance to the county judge's office and referring charges on the county judge's credit card. Read form of a motion.
Okay.
Get it off the table.
All right. Can we get a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Now we're ready for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now it's before us from the table. So Commissioner, do you,
No, I don't have anything further to say on this.
okay, all right. So, let's see, we've got an item we need to take some action on. So, is there a motion for action regarding the purchase of the cell phone from county judge's office and the recurring charges?
You should call for the vote. Is that what we?
Well, I think we need to figure out what kind of action we're going
Oh, okay.
to take on it.
Judge, I'm not, for doing the cell phone like this one we have, because, I mean, we can get the Verizon service added on, and we have a system to audit that, but with these, I mean, it's basically a burner phone, and we don't, I mean, I just don't think that we need to have that. started anyway. We have, and our policy is for one, either a cell phone or a cell phone allowance. So that's kind of where I stand on it.
Okay, so is that a motion to deny the purchase? Is that how you want to word that?
That'd be fine.
Okay, is there a motion? I'm sorry, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second to deny the purchase of a cell phone for the use in the county judge's office with the recurring charges. We did visit with about this last month, and I reached out to Donald several months ago. Of course, as y'all all know, we went without phone service during the month of January, and then we had new phones purchased. We have had some unstable and unreliable services, and as I mentioned last meeting, we're in hurricane season, we're under a disaster declaration, and we're in a burn ban. So obviously, all of the state agencies and the organizations have the county judge's office as the phone number to contact. I had concerns about the instability of the service as a telephone, so reached out to Donald and I said, hey, can we resolve this? We've identified a solution. We did choose to use what would be considered a burner phone mic because I only at the time had 6 months left in office. So it's not like as if we were purchasing a contract. He was very specific about purchasing one that has no contact, so it's not binding. And we found out that we could do a monthly service for $45. So from now to the end of the year, that's how we felt like we could resolve this. We tested it a variety of times. We found that when the internet goes down, the system is programmed to roll to the cell. Plus, if it's busy, unreachable, or is on a schedule, then it defers over. And Commissioner, I know you had mentioned that it wouldn't be able to do that. So I revisited with Donald. And Donald, would you just speak to that point of concern regarding our phone system?
Yeah, so when the internet goes down, and it can't reach the device, it automatically rolls to the cell phone. And then on a schedule from the allotted time that he wanted, I think 7 to
6.
It automatically rolls to that, and then after that, it will roll to the landline phone if it's reachable. And then if it doesn't go down, or if the phone is busy, it will roll to the cell phone.
So it won't do that to the Verizon phones that we already have?
Yes, it will.
I was gonna say our office does that. When they're out of the office, they have it rolled to their number and get the calls there.
And may I speak to that? When you have a Verizon phone on a government contract, they're the last ones that will lose service. If it's just a regular phone like that, we have no basis. The government takes top priority, and that's what having a Verizon phone through the government contract would do for us with it being hurricane season.
Okay. I was not aware of that. I think we were just trying to look for the cheapest and most temporary solution to the problem. And so can you address any of that as far as the government service on the Straight Talk? Or?
I mean, it'll work either way. It's just, as far as your time, I'm not going to commit an office to something recurring.
Okay. And I think we've addressed that because we have gone in and taken the check mark off of that reoccurring to where we have to go in and renew it each month. Okay. It's not illegal. It identifies a need that was in the office. And so that was the basis of the decision. And then there was money in the budget to be able to support that. It was a total of about $350 for the remaining amount of the year, which was 6 months. And that gets us to the end of my term and my responsibilities and my concerns. So based upon your motion, Commissioner, it's not supportive of this particular, but rather deferring to Verizon
Yes, sir, that's what I'd like.
as the,
Well, I think, what I would look at is changing our policy the way we want. We need to change our policy. We already provide that in the policy, so if we want to have offices that have cell phones for the offices, we need to add that to our policy. or make a policy change.
Okay.
I don't think it matters which company it is, in my opinion. It's, the policy is where we need to follow our policy. If we want to change the policy, then bring a policy change. We'll look at discussing the policy change.
Okay. So in regard to the policy, it was for an employee who will be eligible for $50 per month reimbursement on their personal cell phone, up to $100 per month for the official.
And she gets 50 yards up to you.
She does, but,
Whether she, whether you provide her with that 50 or not, that's up to the official. So if you want to have a secondary phone, give her the $50, or by the employees, they have a contract on the phone. That needs to be changed, which can be, but they
Sure.
just wouldn't get the $50, they just get a phone, an office phone, cell phone.
and the concerns that we had was initially, whenever we went into this, as I recall, we were not anticipating rolling over office lines onto personal cell phones. And then that was one of the things that we had some concerns about, taking calls on the personal cell phone. And so to address that so that we didn't have an office line rolling over to a personal cell phone, then that's why we went the direction.
So at $45 a month, she could take that $50 and buy that where it wouldn't be her personal phone. And you wouldn't be calling her personal phone, not her, but any employee. If it's a $45 a month fee for that, whatever phone that was, that would be the number that would be on file with the county to call that number, not their other cell phone.
I don't know that I can effectively defend this with, the direction of the conversation. So I'll go ahead and call for the question, and we'll vote based upon the motion and the second. So with that being said, all in favor of denying the purchase of the cell phone that I've been acting upon in the office under the conditions that it has, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that was unanimous. We'll get that figured out. All right, so that's going to take us to consent agenda, and we have minutes from our June 13th meeting, and we've been given copies of those, and we need to receive those into the record. Is there a motion?
So
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor, aye? Okay. With the exception of the printing of this agenda, the county clerk's monthly report and the ag agent, which is no longer operating in the office, we have reports for probation, district clerk, the other extension agent, auditor, treasurer, and JP. So receiving those reports by consent?
I think we got the ag agent, I believe.
Okay, I just didn't see it.
I'll move on that, Judge.
All right. There's a motion and a second to receive the monthly reports. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and that was unanimous. It'll take us to the resolutions, proclamations, and orders. I'm not aware of any. Is anyone?
Other than,
Okay, I'll go ahead and speak to that, Mike. Dr. Babin, as you know, has sent us a message a little over a month ago, and it was for a resolution to enjoin the other counties in the state because of the border issues that were happening along the border between us and Mexico. He has since revised it. He sent us a sample from Kenny County Attorney Brent Smith, which is attached. And it does not speak to the same resolution like it did previously. However, it does reference the fact that it is a declaration of an invasion. So with the change of that, he is requesting that we take a look at supporting this in the hopes that my notes to you all that he had sent was that the likelihood that it will culminate in a U.S. Supreme Court ruling to force the administration to begin performing its constitutional mandate to finally enforce immigration law and secure our border. So with that being said, we don't have it. All we have is just the sample from Kenny County. So if it's pleasure of the court, he is hopeful that the court itself, by you and the county commissioners, would give consideration to this to enjoin ourselves with the other counties. Now, this is just informational at this point, Mike.
Right.
I mean, because we don't
Yeah, we
have an
don't have
official one with our But if that's something that you would want to do, then if you will, just take that into consideration, and that can come, I guess, maybe next Monday when we meet in the form of joining with what Dr. Babbitt's asking. And as you can tell, he's co-chair on this particular effort. All right, that'll take us to item, I'd like to, if it pleases the court, act on item V. We have members of the Tyler County Historical Commission that are present with us this morning, occupying the back row and then one seat on the front. And so for yet another year in a row, we have received as our local historical commission the Distinguished Service Award. We are one of 82 counties out of 254, which is 32%, or it's in the upper third of the class of Distinguished Service Awards. So if it pleases the court, if we can go ahead and give this acknowledgement of the award out, and then go ahead.
Formal motion.
Okay, so we have a motion to, on item B, and all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, with that being said, we'd like to invite as many of the members of the commission that can come up. The request of the Historical Commission in Austin was that we could get a picture and have it publicized. So thank you, Alan. I saw you grab your camera. And our chairman, Mr. Davidson, if y'all would like, come stand behind us, and that way we can have everyone present. All right. Very good.
Eleanor, come on this side.
Chuck, you're our company mail.
I don't need to be, no. I'm not hoping.
All right.
All right, folks, on three. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
It flashed a little ahead of 3. I don't know if you.
Broke it.
Okay, it says the Texas Historical Commission presents this 2021 Distinguished Service Award to the Tyler County Historical Commission in recognition of its active and well-balanced preservation program. And it is signed by Executive Director Mark Wolf, July 18th, and seal of the state of Texas is attached. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll pass that on to you, and I think that there's others that that one can be added to for display purposes.
And maybe we'll display it in our office soon.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. You want me to put it down there with the other ones? Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank y'all.
When is all this?
Thank y'all for all your
Downstairs in the basement.
Okay, now, I'm gonna do that. I didn't think about that. Fine. It's so very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy. Bye-bye. Okay. We are now under Roman numeral 5, under the consider, prove, and informational section of the agenda. And Commissioner Marshall, item A.
Make a motion, we approve budget amendment, line item transfers.
Second.
There is a motion. Joe, I think I heard yours.
Do we have any? I guess we do have any. I didn't look on my,
Looks like it.
it's highlighted, so it's bound to be.
All right. So there's a motion with second. Comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, and that is unanimous. That'll take us to item B. Commissioner Marshall, continue.
Yes, I'd make a motion, we pay our county bills.
Second. There's a motion with second. Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
And it sounded unanimous. Please continue, Commissioner. Item C.
Purchase of a 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe police package through the buy board at Caldwell County Chevrolet. I'll put that on the motion.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion with second.
Sure.
Comments? Comments?
Commissioner, Judge, you'll see on there, I think I had two of the next two items, including that. One is to purchase one of those 2022 Tahoes, be purchased outright. The second one will do a relational finance, and it gives us the opportunity to have, to be able to purchase more of these at one time for our fleet. The money is within my budget, to be allotted, 2022 budget. I just asked today to get, the court's approval on that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Any other comments? Thanks, Sheriff. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. And as Sheriff had mentioned, the next item, item B, is that lease purchase fine.
Yes, sir. I'll make a motion that we approve a lease purchase of a 2022 Tahoe through Wichita Falls Financial Buy Board.
Okay. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner Stirk has a second. Comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And I've heard a unanimous. Let's go to item E, and that is Commissioner Blacksher. You have that and the next 5 items as well.
The Commissioners Court of Tyler County, Texas, as required by law, will convene on the 8th of August, 2022, to take up for consideration possible action on suspending the facility rental to the public of the Tyler County Nutrition Center space until further notice. I put that in form of motion.
Okay. There is a motion,
Second.
and Commissioner Marshall has a second. Any comments or questions?
There's so much liability with that facility being rented out like that, and I think we only made like $450 in 2019 off of that facility by renting, and I just don't think the liability is worth it. As far as like the senior programs, they'll all stay the same, and anything affiliated with the county, state, or federal will still be able to, use that.
So this is for any outside county business.
Governmental, yes.
Okay. Any additional comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And it sounded unanimous. Please continue, Commissioner.
Consider approving a tax exemption on Tyler County, or Tyler CAD account 26441 for the county road maintenance area, and I put that in form of motion.
Okay. There is a motion. Second, Commissioner Stirk. Comments, questions?
And did y'all see on the map where it says the whole county right away, so it's not gonna be easy.
All right. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, and it sounded unanimous. Please continue, Commissioner.
All right, discussion and possible action for the Dead Cock Luncheon Tyler County is sponsoring in September, and I put that in form of motion.
Okay, there's a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Marshall has a second. Comments, questions?
Okay, do we want to still have it I didn't want to do anything without court approval, so what we did, is we went ahead and made sure the Life Center over here was going to be open in September, so would y'all like to have it there?
It's fine.
That's fine with that. Okay, and then, I talked to Dave, because we have a reputation to live up to, food, and I got some quotes. I don't know that we should do ribeyes because of everything so expensive that have been done in the past, but, I got some prices on, chicken fried steak with like mashed potatoes and stuff like that, and it was $19 a plate, and for fried chicken was $18 a plate. Country style ribs, like $16 a plate. I think that was the 3 that I got. I might have gotten one more.
Did you check on bologna sandwich?
And I wasn't for sure, if, did they come and pay?
Detcog pays
Okay,
a certain percentage.
okay.
It used to be $12 a plate, but I think they went up the last time we did.
I know that a couple of places I've paid like $15 at the door.
Yeah, I think that's what they're
Okay.
paying now, is $15.
So do we wanna do the chicken
Assist
fried
with-
steak or?
That's basically what it means. Is that, do all the employees come to that normally?
No, it's just NetCog and officials.
Just the officials, okay.
If the employees want to come, then they have to
They
pay.
have to pay. All our officials normally come to that luncheon, is that right?
They have to come to lunch.
Yeah. and they let that lunch.
So, Judge, on this, do we have to, we just take care of it because we don't have to go out for bids on it or anything? So do I just take care of it or do I need to make a motion?
So
To do those, because we want to use the Family Life Center over
You put
here.
it all in the form of motion.
Okay, so I'll put it in the form of motion that we, that we use, the Family Life Center as a location. And we use Dave's, what's his last name?
Texas Custom Catered, Calhoun,
Okay. Dave's Custom Catering, is that what it is?
Texas Custom Catered.
Texas Custom Catering as the vendor, and chicken fried steak as the menu. Put that in the form of motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
And there is a second. Comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And motion carried unanimously. Commissioner, item H.
Renewal of net data CJIS security package maintenance. Put that in the form of motion.
Second.
Okay. I heard a second down this way. Is that the
I
bug?
was loud. No, it was me.
It wasn't me.
Okay, comments, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye? And that sounded unanimous. Please continue, item I.
Renewal of maintenance service with Otis Elevator. Put that in the form of motion.
Second.
And Buck, did I hear
I
that?
got
second?
it.
I got it. He was quick that time.
Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
And any opposed? I think it was unanimous.
Okay, Judge, on this one, can we move this to the end and, we may have to recess and come back because of, he's not gonna be here till, yeah, he's not gonna be here till like 1, correct?
Okay. Very good. So it takes us to item K and L, and Commissioner Stern, you have those two.
Yeah, K is, in form of motion exempting by order of Commissioners Court the requirement of competitive purchasing a ambulance contract to preserve and protect the public health and safety of the residents of Tyler County, which is under local government code 262.024 little a. Bring that form of motion.
Okay, there's a motion. The Commissioner Marshall, I heard on the second.
And,
Comments or questions?
I just we do this to keep the public from not having any ambulance service through 911. Sheriff, if you want to comment on that, how's it going, and you understand what's happening there?
Yeah, right now, we're very comfortable with the service through Allegiance and Justin. Justin is here, he'll speak here in just a second. I'll throw it Ken, Joe, the Emergency Management Coordinator, and right now, we're very happy with the services that are being provided. A lot of times we see on news outlets and other, I know Jasper County's going through quite a few issues with their ambulance services. We've been blessed, nothing is perfect, we try to make it as perfect as we can, but at this point, we're very comfortable with Allegiance.
And you'd be concerned if we had to shut this down and go out for bids?
Oh, absolutely, of course, you just, work with Allegiance, with having someone that's currently under contract, it leaves us with no gap, we're basically just, we just pick up where we left off, there's no gap in there.
Okay. Any more comments or questions on item K? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And that sounded unanimous. Item L is continuation, so this will be the renewal.
Renewing the contract between Allegiance and Tyler County for ambulance emergency services. We have that contract in there, and that's coming in form of a motion.
Okay, there is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Joe.
And there is exit clauses on the contract if the 90-day written on either side, and then if there becomes a time that the court feels that the public's health and safety is in danger because of the gap in that contract that they're not fulfilling, then we can abandon it there. They keep it there.
Very good.
But I just wanted to let everybody know, when we went through this a few years ago, we brought in a committee. And one thing I did do is we were looking at renewing this contract with Allegiance, as I did touch base with all those committee members. And there is a high level of confidence with who we're using right now. So I just want to make sure y'all knew that we would do this just in a vacuum. I did contact the other players involved, hospital, dispatch, folks like that. I just want to make sure y'all knew that.
You have Allegiance representative here.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. All right, are you ready for the question?
I
All
have
in
a
favor,
question.
aye.
I have a question.
Okay,
How many ambulances do we have in this county at any given time?
So you're contracted with 2 trucks in the county. One of them can go on a transfer as long as the other one's still available. But we keep 1 truck. If both of them goes on calls, we also have the 911 contract in Jasper, Polk County, Angelina County, and in Beaumont. So we can start moving trucks around depending on the number of calls. There's times we may drop 6 911 calls at one, within 30 minutes. We start bringing resources around from our other areas that are non-contracted over to help backfill those areas. Which are contracted that 2 trucks stay here for Tyler County, 24/7.
They also have a facility here, which is in the contract, and they do have a facility here. They have an office here where all the ambulances are staged and personnel is housed.
But there is that option to pull from other directions.
Yes, sir. Polk County comes over quite often, every couple of days, they start dropping calls when they see that it's busy, or the hospital sends out 3 transfers at the same time. We bring other resources over, so they're not having to have such a long delay for the trucks to come back. So there's other resources from the East Texas region that come over and assist.
Does Allegiance have any trucks in Hardin County?
No, sir.
Okay.
Not at this time.
The reason I'm asking these questions is I got in a situation the other night with my mother. And it was kind of weird because the one truck was out of the county and the ambulance did come to the house, but they did. They talked me out of not using the ambulance because they said it would be quicker if I just threw her in the car and took her to Lufkin. And so I was just wondering.
That's not our policy. That's something that we only make money.
I dealt with that myself about a month ago, and
Anybody ever has a problem, call me.
Call me, and I'll call him. I want to add, and he made a comment a minute ago, that they do this as a no-cost contract for our county, and I think that's important for everybody sitting in here. We have a no-cost contract with Allegiance, so what they're doing based on their building and their place. And so I'm sure he'll handle that issue, but I have no doubt.
well, and they were very nice. They just explained to me that if I put her in there, there's no telling where she would end up once she got to Woodville, because they were the only truck in the county at the moment. And I said, she could be life flighted to Houston or wherever. So I just threw her in the car and took her to Lufkin myself. So
Yes, sir, no, that's not our policy at all. That's an employee doing something that's not necessarily illegal, but not our policy, and I will address that.
okay, just asking. We're talking about it.
They'll be, moving forward, they'll have to call a medical director before they can find.
Okay.
It's not, from way back, before we had Allegiance, only prior to Allegiance several years ago, it was, we had deputies taking people to the hospital in their patrol cars multiple times because the ambulance services was not available. And I don't think we're having to take injured people in patrol cars anymore. We appreciate that. So.
all right, any other comments? Thank you, Justin. All in favor, aye? Okay, and that was unanimous. Item M, Mr. Blanchard.
Deputation of Corey Russell in the clerk's office. Put that in form of motion.
Okay, is there a second? Thank you. A second. Comments, questions, Madam Clerk?
I just want to say that, this is Tori, Kenny Cox Russell. And, I was thinking as we were thinking about this is just a little part of the job, but I got thinking, her grandfather was here, her dad was here, she's here 3 generations. And there is a lot of people that sit in this room that has been here generational. I mean, I know the Cruzes are right about 5 or 6 generations here. And, you know, I'm thankful for those people because they have stayed here when the times were bad and stayed here when the times were good, and I'm thankful for that. We have, and this room's probably full of them. I just happen to know off the top of my head, you know. And so I'm proud to have Tori, and she's gonna be a good hand for Tyler County, so we appreciate it. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Okay, so this is for the deputization? I think it was, yeah. All right, any additional comments or questions? All in favor, aye? Okay, and that was unanimous. Item N, Commissioner Blacksher?
Approve joint election agreements and ratify election services contracts between the county clerk and city schools in Tyler County. And I put that in the form of motion.
Second.
Buck, I think I heard your second, didn't I?
Yes,
All right. Now, comments or questions? Anything for us?
Sure, I think Kelly sent y'all just an example of one, but all the cities and schools will have the same contract, just it'll have their name of their entity in it. And then we had some election agreements that like wasn't on the July 11th meeting or something like that. And this is just finalizing those exact same agreements.
Very good. Any additional comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And that sounded unanimous. Let's go to item O, and that's Commissioner Blacksher, continue.
Set maximum number of election clerks for general election November 8th. Put that in the form of motion.
Second.
There's a motion, Commissioner Stirk has a second. Now, comments, questions?
Okay, I'm recommending the maximum number of clerks to be 3. And for the in Tyler County, polling places. And then we will probably have, some of the school polling places that's outside of the county. And so I'm recommending maximum to be 2 for the outer county.
And that's at each polling place, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, anything additional? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And that was unanimous. Item P through T is Commissioner Stirk.
Yeah, make a motion to award a grant administrator for the GLO Regional Mitigation Harvey.
Second.
There's a motion with second, Commissioner Marshall. Comments, questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, I think it was unanimous. Jody? Aye. Okay. All right, item Q.
Do we have one?
Yes, we do.
Kids.
Ken stepped out.
Yes, sir.
Grant administrator.
Grant administrator for Harvey Mitigation.
Okay, grant administrator, we chose Waxman Associates. They were scored by the committee. Experience with them, experience with some of the others. Let me just say that. So Waxman Associates was chosen.
Okay.
And I would lower cost.
And they were that.
Well, I think we already voted on it. I think we're just declaring, yeah, we're just declaring that, you know,
It's
what the action was. Okay, it'll take us to item Q, and that's now the engineering firm.
And make a motion to award the engineering firm for the GLO Mitigation Harvey funds.
Okay,
Second.
there's a second. Now, can we disclose who that is, or is that
Do
decision
you have a recommendation on that?
Recommended GLS, Goodwin Lasker. Again, experience, there was a pretty tight race on that one, I'm not gonna lie to you. And our experience with them is the reason I chose them.
Okay, any additional comments, questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
I apologize, y'all.
Sounded unanimous.
Sorry.
Item R,
Make a motion to start procurement for engineering services for the American Rescue Plan Act.
Second.
there's a motion with second. Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, and that sounded unanimous as well. Item S,
Make a motion to appoint a committee to review engineering proposals for the American Rescue Plan Act.
okay,
Second.
that's a motion with second, Commissioner Blacksher. Is there a recommendation for the committee?
Yeah, but I can't recall all the names. Do you have that? advertised it or talked about it?
Well, I mean, we did on this other grant, but we haven't on this one.
We hadn't talked about it, who the committee,
No,
who was
and
the
I,
committee
and
on
I,
the
and
other?
I declined, because I'm usually on it, but I declined.
Who was on the other committee?
It was me, Joe, and Ken.
And you can think of me as your secretary
Okay,
for this committee.
Joe, are you willing? Sure. Ken, are you willing? Need one more. Can Megan do it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, as long as I know.
we won't even ask her, we'll just put her on there.
Okay.
Megan, know.
Okay, so the committee would consist of Megan, Ken, and Joe.
Perfect.
All right. Any additional comments? All in favor, aye? Okay, and that sounded unanimous. Item T.
Me too, okay. Survey that, make a motion that, survey of the Tyler County Courthouse by Shine DCCM, which is going to be a requirement of the Texas Historical Commission prior to the, remaining $1 million that we get from them, for the courthouse. That comes in form of motion.
All right.
Second.
Yeah, Joe had the second. Comments or questions?
I just want to say, I checked with the local ones, and this is going to be a pretty big undertaking, local surveyors, and I've referred to Shine by them. Sealsby, is a lot bigger organization, had the manpower to do the research on this. We checked, Don East looked everywhere we couldn't find the survey had ever been done at the courthouse, or any field notes or anything, so there's no telling where our property line's going to be at.
Do we really want to do
on there?
Do we really want
I hope they build this land or place.
All right. Any additional comments? All in favor, aye?
Uh,
Okay. Any opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Item U is Commissioner Hudson.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the Cross Court Land Addition #1 subdivision. They've met all the requirements now and are ready to go.
Second.
There is a second. Commissioner Marshall, comments or questions?
And Jed did approve that.
Yes, Jed did approve it.
All right. Any additional comments or questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. Item V, Commissioner Stewart, and I have had that conversation. We took care of that, so we'll go to item W.
Unless we want to do it again.
All right, appoint Roland Purdy to ESD1 Board of Managers, and I put that in the form of motion.
Okay.
Second.
Commissioner Stewart, I think I heard his second. Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried unanimously. Item X, Commissioner Blacksher.
Discussion had a question.
Yes.
Okay. I believe they're still called commissioners, so.
Correct.
Can I just make that change in the
And Board of
minutes?
Managers, Board of Commissioners, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Donnie. Item X,
Discussion and possible action in raising the hourly rate of veteran service driver position from $12 per hour to $15 per hour. And I put that in the form of motion.
okay.
Second.
There is a motion with second. Commissioner Marshall, comments, questions?
Pretty hard to get someone to go to Houston and drive. And I think we'll be within budget, correct, Jackie, on that? Pretty close, yeah.
Pretty close.
To do it. And I just would like to see them up to where the people in office are making.
Yeah, the only place they drive to is Houston, and I wouldn't want to drive to Houston for $12 an hour.
Sir.
How about for 15?
We can throw a sandwich in there.
Well, we need to take care of our veterans, and I think we got a good candidate now. And he was very pleased to hear 15 instead of 12, so if we could do that.
With no sandwich.
Okay.
Bring his own sandwich.
Any additional comments? All in favor, aye? Okay. Item Y, annual maintenance with Image Tech.
That's mine, and I'll bring that in the form of a motion that's, for the county clerk's office.
Second.
There is a motion. Commissioner Marshall has a second. Comments or questions?
Donnie, do you have anything? Please renew.
Yeah. Just usual and customary.
Very good. All in favor, aye? Okay, that's unanimous.
It looked like we could have had one more item where we'd had a whole lot.
Well, Judge, and we'll have to recess till 1 to get that item.
The two items, yeah.
And the tabled item also.
So, before we recess, is there any comments by court members pertaining to the matters of county government?
That's only one thing I have is, out here at the airport, I'm in contact with Lamar University and their civil engineering department that they might do a student project of determining the grade fall and all of that, which won't take very long. It will be nothing official, won't have any documentation or blueprints or anything, but we will at least know numbers of how much it's dropped off in there. The length from the end of the runway to our property line. So that's, but not sure that's gonna happen, but I am in contact with them. And they seem pretty excited about that that the students will be able to do a hands-on project of something that's real.
Okay. Anything else?
Judge, I
We
think
do-
we may have executive session.
Yes, that'll be next on the agenda. Any additional comments by court members? If not, it has come to my attention that we do need to meet for an executive session at the request. It's a personnel matter that needs to be brought before the court. So we'll need a motion to go into executive session. Other than commissioner, court members, and the treasurer, we'll ask those to step out until we can have this conversation in executive session, and then feel welcome to come back in. Can I get a motion for executive session?
Second.
There's a motion. Commissioner Hudson has a second. It's 10:51. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. And we will give everybody a chance to make their way out.